You're about to see the best auto repair labor management system. Presently, there's nothing like it available. With that said, it's important that you know that the system that you're about to see may not be right for everyone. But if you're committed to making more money in your business, and you're truly motivated to have more bottom line profits revealed to you, and you'd like to pocket this extra money without having to work any harder, hire any more techs, or spend more money on advertising and marketing, then this program is for you, and you're going to want to pay close attention. In a moment, you're going to see what makes labor profit management the most effective system for finding net profits that are hidden in your existing labor hours, and how to capture them with little to no effort. Before we begin, I'd like you to meet Dave Justice and John Fowle, the two shop owners who created labor profit management.
My father was a Shell gas station owner, so I started out as a young man there, decided I wanted to get involved in the business, and opened up a Goodyear store, which was an old closed BP station at the time with 3 bays. We had built a brand new store in 2009, an over 7,000 square foot brand new facility. Through the first experience, it allowed me to do it the second time in a much quicker fashion, more productive. When I was in the Shell gas station, it was a 7-day-a-week process for me. With our program, Labor Profit Management, being able to measure and manage my labor dollars, I quickly was able to turn that into a profit center. And what this has allowed me to do is to be able to have more time with my family. And that is my passion.
Like Dave also, I was working in a Shell station. I didn't own them. I worked in one Shell station for 14 years. I went to another one for about 3.5 years. I saw the writing on the wall that Shell was turning all those stations into food marts, car washes, but I wanted to be bigger. I've been in my own business for 16 years, and my kids are all, I have 2 in college and son senior in high school. I missed my kids growing up, and I don't want to miss my grandkids growing up. It's close to home. I want to be there for them.
Labor profit management has been a game changer for Dave, John, and their shops, and it will be for you and yours. Very simply, LPM is a web-based tool that lets you measure, analyze, and manage your technicians' productivity and efficiency. It helps you determine an effective labor rate, enabling you to analyze your profitability. This is critical because it's from these profits that you're able to pay your bills. The system will also increase your service advisor's effectiveness. And finally, LPM is a tool that will help you manage employee wage and hour record keeping. Here's how you're able to accomplish all this. LPM reveals exactly what's happening in your shop by tracking every tech's clock hours, actual hours, and billed hours. Clock hours are the time a tech is clocked in to work every day. Actual hours are the number of hours the tech actually works on a car. Billed hours is the number of labor hours billed to the client. From these 3, we're able to determine a technician's productivity and efficiency. Productivity is calculated dividing billed or flat rate hours by clock hours, and we find a technician's efficiency dividing billed or flat rate hours by actual hours. It's that simple. Once LPM is set up, which your coach helps you to do, it functions based on these 5 elements. Now, I'll turn you over to Dave and John to show you how LPM operates in more detail.
Our first report we're going to look at is our productivity report. This is where we can see how important our productivity and efficiency is for our profitability. You notice that there are red, yellow, and green. This is a quick synopsis of what you need to look at. Obviously green 100%, yellow up to 90%, and red below 80%. Our productivity, our industry standard target rate is 100%. Our efficiency target rate is 125%. Let me get into effective labor rate. Effective labor rate truly is the game changer with our product. Let's start out with our weekly productivity report. Let's look from 8/1 to 8/6. We'll go down to billed hours. In this week, we billed out 158.03 hours. We were 90.11 productive, 97.05 efficient, and our effective labor rate was 87.03. We need to be within 10% of our posted labor rate to be in the green for our effective labor rate. Now let's go down to the next week at 8/8 from 8/13. Our billed hours are 156.60, actually less hours, 2 hours less. Our productivity is 87.73, it's actually less. Our efficiency is at 96.15, and it's also less than the week before. But look at our effective labor rate at 96.45, comparably to the week before at 87.03. We garnish approximately $1,700 in profit. So as a shop owner, by measuring and managing your effective labor rate, simply you can make more dollars with what you already have. You don't need another car. You don't need to do another marketing piece. You can create more wealth by managing your effective labor rate.
Now you've seen the results of the information that gets entered into LPM. Now, how easily you get to these results. LPM has a built-in time clock, which will eliminate your dependence on a mechanical time clock and time cards. Having your people clock in and out through LPM will allow you to track each employee's hours independently.
Technician will come into work. He'll put in his username and password. The next screen will show an employee time clock. This is where he can only clock in for the day. Once he clocks in for the day, there's only one other thing that a technician can do, and that is start work. You'll notice it says, please select a work order. So what he'll do is go down to that drop-down box, click on it, and a customer's name and what kind of car, what they're having will be produced, and therefore he will just click start work. Once a technician starts work, there's only one thing that he can do, is stop work. Once he clicks that, all the information goes to our reports. Only a few things a technician can see. He can see clock in, start work, stop work, and clock out for the end of the day.
Let's look at work orders. Client and vehicle work orders are maintained in the system electronically.
This is where your CSR will live. Customer comes in, she'll write up, if in the lower it says work order details, she'll write down the work order number. In the description, it'll be Mrs. Jones. We're going to do an oil change, rotate, and balance. Once I've written this up, obviously you have created on the date, and it'll show the time. All I do is hit save as new. You will see in the work order list, it will pop up in that corner. If I go and highlight that, it will show then work order history. It will show Dave Justice opened it. Employee 3 started it. It will give you the dates and the time that that was started. Now when we go to the next screen, that'll show every work order that you've looked at for that date. Again, once you hover on that repair order and you click on it, it opens up your work order history. You'll see that Dave Justice opened up that repair order. Employee 1 worked on it from such and such time. 1.15 is the actual hours that employee worked on it. Then where it says reopen there, you'll pull that down and you'll click on close. When you click on close, you'll notice work order details. The only thing that has changed is the overall work order totals will pop up, and it'll pop up with billed hours and billed dollars. You'll put in the actual billed hours, and through our configuration screen, the computer already knows what your hourly rate is. It will then calculate your billed dollars for you. It'll show you that employee 1 did it. You can have multiple employees on this screen if need be. Once you hit save as new, you will notice that the screen will turn green. That means everything has been saved. Once it has been saved from here, it populates all the information into our report screen.
Let's take a look at how easy labor profit management is to set up, to track and manage your employees and your business.
Our next screen is our manage employees. So you'll put your employees' names in. We'll set their quota hours for them. A quota is not something someone needs to get to in a long period. A quota is something that someone needs to achieve in a week. Okay? A goal is something that we look for over time. We'll mark in are they active and their hourly base rates. Now when you get to employee information, you'll see employee type. Right now it says technician. There's a drop-down box. This is where we have our security levels. You have technicians, CSR, service advisors, managers, and owners. Each one of them have their own security level. So again, we'll put in first name, last name, username, and password for each employee. Build our quota. Is the employee active? And do we want to show them in reports? Obviously, you're going to want to show all of your technicians in your reports. Maybe you have a bookkeeper and you just don't want to see her in your reports, but you want to also calculate her hours weekly. So you would just put no for show in reports. We have our hourly base rate that we set there. Our overtime multiplier, this can be adjusted. In Ohio, it's 1.5%. Then we get to our loaded multiplier, and this is a very important number here. With hospitalization, with vacation, 401k, everything, what is the actual number that employee cost me? Next, this screen is everything that we had just discussed, but if you'll notice at the bottom, it says enter performance tiers. Labor profit management can do just an hourly based employee, so we can work for someone that just pays hourly based, or the way that we like to have the system run is pay for performance. LPM has 10 performance tiers. In my business, I only use 5. There are 10 tiers for you. This is where we set up our shop name, our standard hourly billing rate, which is our posted labor rate, and then we set up our time zones. We have clients all over the United States. And then we show Saturdays, yes or no. Some people work Saturdays, some don't.
LPM needs setup only once, and as you can see, it's very easy. Actually, when you sign up, you can provide our support people your basic information, and they'll set the system up for you. Once the system is set up, there are other valuable reports about your business you can access instantly.
This is our first screen in our dashboard. The scoreboard is simply something that allows you to know on time, all the time, where your technicians and your store is as a whole. If you look at employee 4, it'll show work orders that he's looked at, clock hours, clock week to date hours is for that week. The actual hours is how many hours that technician physically worked on a vehicle. Our billed hours is, of course, what the customer is billed, and then, of course, our billed dollars. You'll see in the far right-hand corner, it speaks to quota. This is set for each technician. Employee number 4 has a quota of 50 hours. He actually physically billed 60.24 for that week. So obviously he's over his quota, he's in green. If you look at an employee number 1, you'll see his quota was 45 hours. And he only billed 37.70. Therefore, he's yellow. He did not hit his quota. If you look at employee 2, his quota was 35 hours, and he produced only and billed 13.82. Obviously, he's in the red. But if you look for our overall shop totals, in the bottom right-hand corner, it'll show you our quota was to be 190 hours. We billed 171.18, which is in the green, which is a high enough percentage. So it gives you not only personal quotas for each employee, but gives you a shop quota as well. If you'll notice, you'll see arrows. And with those arrows, it'll be able to take you through your week or days of the week. Our next screen runs into our labor report. Our labor report simply is a fantastic tool to coach and teach and overcome challenges. This is something that I would use to work with my service advisors and managers because, again, it will show our clock hours, actual hours, and our billed hours. And it has our weekly quotas installed. So this is where I can sit down and say, employee number 4, you've met your quota. You cost me $1,855.39, but your productivity and efficiency are in the green. Great job. This employee number 4 rocked. Employee number 1 will look again at clock hours, actual hours, and billed hours, and we have to speak with him. He did not hit his quota, so we have a challenge there. How are we going to be able to help him get to where he needs to go, to be in the green? And then employee 3, one more time, he was very close at his quota, did not quite make it, but his productivity and efficiency was there. Maybe we didn't have enough work for him that week. Okay, and employee 2, he flat out just isn't getting it done. We need to speak with him and try to overcome any challenges that we have to fix him. And then again, at the bottom, it goes for our shops of where our quota was and where we are as a shop in our productivity and efficiency. So it'll show you individually and shop again. The next report is our gained lost dollars report. And what this does is it will show you dollars gained from hours produced over quota and dollars lost for technicians not reaching their quotas. And what this will do is each week it'll be able to give you a total of how many dollars lost or gained that you have through their quota. Our next graph is our graph profit by week. This is a dollars graph. What we have is if you hover over each one of those colors, it'll tell you what employee it is and how many dollars amount it was and produced. In the bottom, it'll give it to us from the dates that'll actually just go and show net profit. It simply can show us improvement. From the minute that we started with our system, have we created accountability through productivity and efficiency to see improvement in our business. Our next screen speaks to our snapshot report. Our snapshot report truly is for an owner. Some owners may want to have managers be able to look at it, but what it is it's dollars and cents. It speaks to net profit. It'll show clock hours, actual hours, and billed hours, gross week to date, what they did in employee cost. But what it shows us is our net profit quickly on each employee. And then at the bottom, obviously, we have our subtotals of our clock hours, actual hours, billed hours, gross dollars, and employee expense, and then our net profit for that week. Our next screen is our support, and this is something we're proud of. Our support is second to none. If you have any challenges, we can easily be contacted. We connect and remotely go right onto your screen with your permission to come in and overcome and help you with any challenges that you have. In documentation down there, there's also a tutorial that allow you, after we do training with you, for you to go back and see, getting started, what technicians' references will look like, and daily activities. So you always have this to go back and train with any new employee. But again, we're just a phone call away to get to our support, and we can dial in with your access to go in and fix any challenge that you have. Our system reveals to you the techs that are making you money and those that aren't. Let's look at how much more money you can make when labor profit management finds just 1, 2, or 3 more billed hours per tech. In this graph, what we show is if we have 2 technicians and we find that magic 1 extra billed hours, total hours possible, times our labor rate, the total extra profit from 2 techs is $170, finding 1 hour per tech per week, times 5 days equates to $850 in extra profit. With 3 techs, finding 1 hour, 3 billed hours at $85 over your 5 days, it's $1,275. With 4 techs, it's $1,700. With 5 techs, it's $2,125. Now, just with 2 techs, if you find 2 hours, so that's 4 billed hours times your $85 over your 5-day period, it's $1,700 per week. With 3 techs, it's $2,550. With 4 techs, it's $3,400. With 5 techs, it's $4,250. Now, if you have 2 techs and you can find 3 billed hours in a week at $85 an hour, in a week, it's $2,550. With 3 techs, it's $3,825. And in 4 techs, it equates to $5,100. That's in 1 week. Over a month's period, that's over $20,000, gentlemen, that you've found in labor dollars. We haven't hired another technician. We haven't bought another $1 million scanner that's the silver bullet that's going to make us all this money. We've not increased our electric bill, our gas bill. We've only increased what we already have in our technicians with productivity and efficiency, which creates accountability in our shops. Gentlemen, this is the profit generator that we have right in front of our eyes, and it's labor profit management.
Hi, I'm John Fowle. Thanks for taking time to review our labor profit management program. As a shop owner for 16 years and a client of ATI for the last 6, I know how much time you're spending on your business to keep it running. When I went from being a technician to a shop owner, I struggled because I thought I knew it all. Well, I didn't, but I refused to fail. So I had to get the education. In the process of getting that education, someone said, surround yourself with successful people and you too will be successful. Well, I wasn't an educated man, so I did just that. Went out and found successful people in the form of ATI. I consider ATI part of my team, but also consider them part of my family. Implementing their ideas for policy and procedure changes to my business helped us to earn the Business of the Year award from the Chamber of Commerce. Between the tools ATI gave me and labor profit management, I don't work as hard as I used to. My shop is positioned to generate over $1.4 million a year. We're able to generate more profit dollars from fewer cars than all the shops in my area, and I guarantee my area isn't any more affluent than yours. I don't tell you this to brag, but to assure you it can be done, and you can do it. You and I are in the business to make money. We should never lose sight of that. I wanted to be successful from the first day I turned a wrench. When I first started my shop, I worked 7 days a week, and I missed my kids growing up. I will not miss my grandkids growing up. Back then, I sacrificed time with my family because I thought working hard was what I needed to do to be successful. From the people I surround myself with, I discovered that success left a fat path of footprints. ATI is the path I followed, and it proved to be one of the best decisions I ever made. ATI has honored our shop by nominating us as one of their top shops. Our labor profit management system has been another path. Dave and I created LPM from the ground up, testing every aspect of it in our shop before we introduced it to anyone else. I think it's obvious from this presentation what finding 1, 2, or 3 hidden labor hours per tech per day in your shop will do for you. I've done it for myself through trial and error. How much longer will you allow labor dollars that are rightfully yours to slip through your fingers? I recall one client who found an extra $3,000 a month in labor dollars. That's an extra $36,000 profit for the year, captured out of thin air, without having to spend a dime on advertising or marketing. I feel there are many ways to create more profit from your shop. Advertise and try to get more cars in your shop, or manage your labor hours more effectively. I think you'd agree that advertising is like gambling. We've got to find a way of controlling the results of my advertising with 100% certainty. You think your technicians are holding you hostage on your profitability? You're right, they are. Don't allow your technicians to control your profitability. Make them accountable for their time. I know with labor profit management, I can control my labor dollars with 100% certainty. We're sure you can too. So much that we guarantee LPM will find missed labor dollar profits in your shop. You'll see that labor profit management, unlike a lot of other systems in your shop, will pay for itself month after month in labor dollars you'll gain. Keep in mind, you're making more money from the same business you have coming into your shop right now. You don't have to work on finding more cars to fix. LPM will squeeze more profit for you out of the cars you already have by keeping your technicians and your service advisors accountable. I'm thankful for the choices I've made and the people and businesses I've surrounded myself with. I'm able to spend all the time I want with my wife and 3 kids that I couldn't do before, and my shop generates profits for me without having to babysit it all the time. You owe it to yourself to check out Labor Profit Management. Test drive it for 60 days, take full advantage of ATI helping you and coaching you through the entire program. And if you're not able to find labor dollars I know you're missing every day, then tell ATI you want out. It's that simple. To get started right now, call us at 888-546-2272 or send your contact information to info@assettex.com. ATI has made me and my shop successful. They can help make you more successful by implementing labor profit management into your shop. Don't think about it. We've taken all the risk for you by guaranteeing the system. Call us 888-546-2272 or email your contact information to info@assettex.com. You'll be glad you did.
Hi, I'm David Loyne from Grand Garage in Escondido, California, and I'm here to tell you that Labor Profit Management has turned the light on for me and that Labor Profit Management are helping to improve our business.
The program is easy to use and it's very effective. The technicians love it, and we've been seeing positive results since implementing the program. I'd highly recommend it to any shop owner out there to definitely turn his business around for the better.
These guys are phenomenal. They helped us fix our labor leaks and sent our numbers soaring. Thanks, LPM. You changed our business.